right, we're ready to jump into the second wheel spin of the day. Let's go ahead and see what we're doing. Lotus Field combo. All right, we've joined the villain team for this league. So this is the Lotus Field combo deck. Time for another edition of coin flip matchups. Yep. All right, so Lotus Field. You play Lotus Field and potentially copy it with Thespian Stage, and then you use a bunch of things that untap it to generate a bunch of mana, which is usually Hidden Strings, but you can also use Voyaging Satyr, Cycle Vizier of Tumbling Sands, or use Pore Over the Pages. You make a boatload of mana, and then you usually cast Emergent Ultimatum, which fetches some combination of cards, usually Omniscience, Dark Petition, and Pore Over the Pages, but you can also swap cards in and out of those 3-card stacks with Chandra, Leer, or whatever else you need. Peer into the Abyss being another one. You've got a bunch of card draw, so Impulse, Pore Over the Pages, 1 copy of Baral, 1 copy of Leer to get stuff back from the graveyard. You've got Bala Ged Recoveries, which are part land, part regrowth effect, Dig Through Time, and the previous way that this deck won was you would use Mastermind's Acquisition to tutor Approach of the Second Sun out of your sideboard. You would cast Approach, and then you would just play a bunch of other draw spells to get Approach again and win. Now the deck is running Chandra, Hope's Beacon. So this is a 6-mana Planeswalker with 5 loyalty. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it. You may choose new targets. Triggers only once. It has +2, add 2 mana, +1, exile the top 5. Until end of turn, you may cast an instant or sorcery among them, and -X, deal X to each of up to 2 targets. So once you have Omniscience in play via your Emergent Ultimatum, or you just have so much mana off of all of this stuff, you'll just find Omniscience. You cast Chandra, you 5 your opponent, you use Bala Ged Recovery to get it back, and then you just Bala Ged Recovery all the Chandras back. And if you have Chandra, and once you get the 3rd Bala Ged Recovery, you go Chandra with 2 Bala Ged Recoveries in your graveyard, you cast the 3rd Bala Ged Recovery, Chandra triggers, you get back both of these Bala Ged Recoveries, then you minus Chandra, 5 your opponent, you cast one of the Bala Ged Recoveries that you just got back to get Chandra back, you now have Chandra back in play, you cast the 3rd Bala Ged Recovery, you get the 2 other Bala Ged Recoveries, and you just loop that to kill your opponent. The deck is very hard to interact with because it's mostly centered around lands, one of which is hexproof. It has Sylvan Scrying to go find Boseiju and Otawara, so it can deal with any permanents that would otherwise stop you, such as Damping Sphere or Alpine Moon. It also ramps incredibly quickly, especially via Grazer, and it's just really, really difficult to stop. Sideboard has Temporary Lockdown for the small, swarmy aggro decks, Sunfall, again, for the creature-heavy decks, Narset's Reversal, I'm not sure what that's for, but presumably some kind of spell deck. Languish and Ritual of Soot, again, to beat aggro. Thought Distortion for control. Natural State and Wilt to get rid of artifacts and enchantments that matter. A third Voyaging Satyr for the matchups where your opponent has no removal and it's a race. Niv Mizzet, again, for the control matchups because it's uncounterable and just will start drawing you cards. Dragon Lord Jamoka, again, for the control matchups. And then Zakama is for the grindy mid-range stuff like Rakdos mid-range, where maybe they prevent you from going off. Maybe they extract Chandra out of your deck and then you don't have a win con, so you just have Zakama in here to also be a win con. So anyway, that's Lotus Field, so let's jump into the second league of the day. So Lotus Field tends to be good against basically any deck that doesn't kill you before turn 4, so non-aggro and non-Nykthos, and bad against aggro, although it's not that bad. You can pretty consistently win by turn 4. All right, we are on the draw for round 1. Let's see, we don't have Lotus Field, and we don't have a way to find it, so we don't have really anything going on in this hand, so this is probably a mull. All right, Lotus Field plus Thespian Stage, we're good. I guess I put back 1 Impulse, and then we're fine. Blackcleave Cliffs, Witch's Oven. All right, Rakdos Sac, Druid Impulse. All right, Island Go. Cauldron Familiar, all right, they've got that loop going, but it's too slow to actually kill us before we go off. Unlucky Witness. Voyaging Satyr. Do I play that and expose it to removal? I guess so. So let's play Boseiju, play Voyaging Satyr, and then pass. Then they do their cat loop at the end of the turn. No, they didn't do their cat loop. Why wouldn't you do the cat loop? All right, they just didn't do it. Third one, if it's Mayhem Devil, then this dies. Yep, okay. Mayhem Devil is the one way that they can actually go fast enough to kill us. Wait, you're going to attack. All right, block the cat. Or block this? Yeah, block this. It doesn't really matter which one I do, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter at all which one I do. They just sack the cat, then they sack the food and kill it. So I may as well just not take as much damage. So I may as well force them to use this now, basically. Okay, I don't know why you would do this before we go to damage, when you could just go to damage and then do it. Wait, you're going to prevent your unlucky witness from dying? Really? Okay, sure. So this is 5, 6, 7 at least next turn. All right, what can I do? I can go float 2, Lotus Field, Hidden Strings untap, and then I don't have enough. If I play Thespian Stage now, Lotus Field also sacks 2 things, so the Mayhem Devil triggers. All right, if I go Thespian Stage now, the next turn I go Lotus Field, float 2 mana, it hits the field, and then I go Hidden Strings untap, I have 1 open. Right, Thespian Stage, Lotus Field, float 2, sack these, and then I still don't have quite enough to actually go off. So Lotus Field copy, we have 1 floating. Or I Hidden Strings untap both. Then I have 1 floating plus Lotus Field. So then the Lotus Field taps, Thespian Stage copies it. I have 3 floating after that. I'm not sure what's correct. So maybe it's Impulse and try to hit Grazer. All right, let's do that. So another Lotus Field doesn't help. So is it just Dark Petition or is it Leer? Next turn I go Lotus Field, eat these, Hidden Strings untap. I have 4 mana. So none of them are actually useful. I don't want to get Chandra because then they can Thoughtseize it out of my hand. So let's grab Leer. All right, pass turn. So now this is 5, 6, 7 plus whatever they play. 5, 6, 7, and then 9 with the field. Another Cauldron Familiar. I think we're 1 turn too slow. Another Witness. At 12, Lotus Field puts us at 10, and then this is 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're dead next turn. They didn't do anything. All right, what am I doing? Even if I Hidden Strings here, then I have nothing else to do. I guess I have to Impulse into another Hidden Strings. All right, so float, play Lotus Field, trigger, sack these 2, then the Devil triggers. Okay, they're using Oven now for some reason. Not even sacking a cat. 2 cards entered exile. Fatal Push Den. All right, float colorless. Hidden Strings both of these. Why is it asking me again? You may tap or untap target permanent, then you may tap or untap another target permanent. So, all right. So then I have to go blue and cast Impulse. So I may as well tap this because even if I hit Hidden Strings. All right, so Impulse. There's Vizier. All right, so grab that. Cycle, untapping this one. And now we're just short. Oh, I guess I needed to not tap that so I could copy it. All right, green, Sylvan Scrying. It can't be right to Besage this now, right? You take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I guess I do have to Besage it now. All right, blow up the oven. All right, now that doesn't actually matter because Hive just kills us, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, Hive. Yeah, all right, let's just concede this and go to the next game. Okay, so Sunfall and Temp Lockdown. Despite Witch's Oven, I don't think it's worth it to bring in enchantment removal. Sweepers are okay. They're primarily useful to kill Mayhem Devil, so it probably is worth it to just kill the stupid devil. And then Voyaging Satyr, bad when opponent has Fatal Push and whatnot. What else is cutting? Baral, again, opponent has removal. Just make their removal irrelevant. I can cut like 1 Impulse probably. All right, let's run that. So we're usually faster than them, but Mayhem Devil is the one way that they are faster. All right, we have Sylvan Scrying, but no green mana. We also have no black or white mana for these, so that's a mole. We have a single tapped green mana, so that's another mole. This is so bad. These hands have been atrocious. I don't think I can keep this either. Yeah, mole. All right, I'm not going to 3, so keep this, put Languish back, put Leer back, and put Emergent back. All right, we just have to draw lands. Opponent Leyline of the Void. Yeah, that's fine. This doesn't actually do anything because by the time your opponent Lotus Fields off, they can just Besage you or Otawara it back to your hand. The rest, I presume they would just take Sylvan Scrying here. Yep, take Sylvan Scrying. All right, no lands, go. Second Hive, plays Cauldron Familiar. Well, Lotus Field, so pass the turn. Third land, Fable the Mirror Breaker. We're losing this real fast. All right, second land, so now I just hold up an Impulse. So Fable resolves the ability. What are they discarding? 1 land. Thoughtseize. All right, Impulse and Response. Seiju or Temple of Mystery? We do need more mana. Let's grab Temple. All right, and now I assume they'll just take Temp Lockdown. So that stops our ability to actually prevent their aggro plan. No, they took Pier. Really? Do they just have another one then? All right, we take damage from these guys. Red, black, another red. Nope, they're just not gonna... Yeah, okay. Another Fable. If they have that, why wouldn't they take Lockdown? All right, Lotus Field. Trigger. Eat these 2 lands. And pass. Discards Unlucky Witness, but not a second card. Flips over Reflection. Cauldron Familiar. Another Cauldron Familiar. I'm so confused. They know we have Temp Lockdown, right? Tap land. Why wouldn't they have taken Temp Lockdown with their Thoughtseize last turn if this was what they had? I don't understand. All right, white Temp Lockdown. Eats your treasures and all your guys, except for Reflection. Play Temple. Trigger. Vizier is on top? I guess that's fine. Leave it on top. So then this flips over and they can make a bunch of Kikis. So they have the ability to make 4 Kikis on end step and then I'm dead. Because they'll have 12 power. Unlucky Witness. All right, my opponent, I think my opponent is just terrible at the game. Like, they could have just held this up and then made a bunch of Kiki copies. So I think it's better to just play Vizier without cycling it, because I need the mana to actually cast, like, Emergent if I draw it. So I think I'm just supposed to play both of these creatures and just hope to draw. So cast Vizier and then leave Otawara in my hand. So Grazer, but no using the ability. Plays another land. So now they can animate one of the creatures. So the best creature for them to animate is Den of the Bugbear. I guess, no, Hive is better to animate because then, either one's the same essentially. All right. Have they actually realized that they can use their Kikis? Unfortunately, it's just a temple. So I have to they'll try to like Kiki copy on end step and then I Otawara in response. All right, play temple, scry trigger. Sylvan Scrying doesn't help. Bottom that. I don't actually have a window for this to do anything, though, because then the other one can just target the other one. I guess it gets rid of all Kiki. Yeah, so with both of them up, it doesn't work. So make a copy of this, and then, yeah, make a copy of the token. I mean, I guess this hits 2 things, basically. I guess it's better than not doing this. All right, so Otawara. It kills this token, and it stops them from making yet another token, although they still get to make 3 more tokens. Yeah, but I guess that's the best I can do in terms of reducing their power. I guess I could have also done what? I could have like float mana with Vizier and then bounced it back to my hand to cycle it. And then I would have had 4 mana up after that. Yeah, that would have been bad as well. So we're dead now, right? Even if I double block, I just lose. If they understand that they can do this, why didn't they just do this last turn? Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yep. Well, that's what happens when you mold a 4. So we will try to recuperate in the next round. All right, round 2, and we're once again on the draw. Another Gigantha deck. All right, we got Lotus Field, we got Hidden Strings and Pier, we're good. Shivan Reef. Okay, Botanical Goat. Otawara. All right, play this tapped and pass. Plays a Mutavault. What in the world deck is this? Is this Creativity? No, because then Gear Hulk stops that. All right, blue. Play Lotus Field. Eat these. Cycle Vizier. Another Lotus Field. Do I just cast Balaged and get Vizier back right now? That might be correct. Let's get back Vizier. Make disappear. Sure. And they didn't play a land. All right, so I can go 4 mana, Hidden Strings. Problem is we're playing against a control deck. I think what I'm supposed to do is just play out 2 more lands and then play Lotus Field and then try to go off when I have a boatload of mana. So I'm going to do that. Play this and pass. All right, they found their land. Back to us. Triple Hidden Strings? Yeah, all right. Play Otawara and then just pass it back to them. Thespian Stage? All right, Thespian Stage. Pass it back to them. Yeah, they're not putting any pressure on us, so copy this. What is the opponent even on? I have no idea. It's a blue-red control deck that also has Gigantha. Cleanup step. Discard Fading Hope. All right, I have 3 spells that they pretty much have to counter. Let's go for it. Blue, green, Lotus Field. Sack this, float blue, Hidden Strings, target. Green, black. All right, they've just conceded, sure. All right, so some kind of control deck. So Niv Mizzet, Jamocha, Zakama, Thought Distortion, Narset's Reversal, Cutting, Voyaging Satyr, because it gets killed by removal, Baral, because it gets killed by removal. What else? Just all the impulses, and just have nothing but like high impact cards. All right, run this back. They didn't even put Gigantha in their hand on any of the turns when they passed. You think they're on a Transmogrify Atraxabrew? That would kind of make sense with Mutavault. All right, we only have 1 land, so we're mulling this. We do have green via Balaged, so I can keep this and then put back, Thespian Stage? One of the 2 Thespian Stages? Or one of the Sylvan Scryings? It's unclear which one I should put back. I'm going to put back Thespian Stage, because it's highly likely that one of the Scryings gets countered. All right, play this and go. What do you think of Blue-White Spirits and Pioneer? It's fine. It's one of the top decks among other top decks. The Curious Obsession game plan, though, is unbelievably annoying. All right, Sylvan Scrying. Yeah, counter. Stormcarved Coast. Back to us. All right, land. Play Sylvan Scrying again. Spell Pierce. Sure. End step, cast Impulse. Shivan Reef. Back to us. We have another Scrying. So let's shock this in. Play Scrying. This pays for Make Disappear or Spell Pierce. Flip the switch. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 4 and make a zombie with Decayed. So this has to be a Transmogrify deck. Yeah, alright. Can't pay for it. Pass to the opponent. Murex. Yeah, it's 100% Transmogrify Atraxa. Transmogrify Atraxa. And now we're going to lose to them having a million cards. Spike, Field Hazard, Flip Switch, Steam Vents, Shark Typhoon, Spell Pierce, Impulse, Bankbuster. Take Spell Pierce, Shark Typhoon, Land, Bankbuster. So now we get Spell Pierced. So I can't actually do anything. I couldn't do anything anyway, actually. What am I even doing here? I can copy something with Stage, but that doesn't matter. Have you played a league with Garuda deck yet? No. Still on the wheel. Alright, I guess I'm going to copy one of my green lands, because I have nothing else to do. Narset's Reversal. That doesn't help either. I'm not going to win this game. There's just no way. Alright, pass it back. Cycle Shark Typhoon, make a 4/4, and then I'm forced to use Hidden Strings to tap both of these. Oh wait, this is a sorcery. No, so we're actually just dead. Alright. Sideboarding, same thing. Yeah, pretty much same thing. So, submit. Alright, on the play for game 3. Alright, we got everything we need, so we'll keep this. Botanical, Grazer, put Thespian Stage into play, go. I really want to be able to copy this, so I think it's better to Sylvan for a different land. Yeah. Sylvan Scrying. It instantly resolved. So let's just grab Temple of Mystery and Scry. Temple of Mystery, Scry. Another Lotus Field's on top, so we'll bottom that. And then pass back to them. Second land, Unlicensed Hearse. And then we drew another Lotus Field. Alright. Mana. Play Lotus Field. Trigger. Eat these. Copy the Lotus Field. And pass to them. Third land. Damping Sphere. Oh. Alright. I don't actually have any blue mana, so my only move is copy a blue land. Yeah. Alright, pass back to them. Plays Bankbuster. Alright, copy a blue land. So we have to eventually just try to find an answer to this. So let's blue, colorless, Cycle Vizier. Target this one. Temple of Mystery. Alright, Temple. Trigger. Another Thespian Stage on top. That doesn't help. So bottom that, and then we just pass. And then they get to draw a card with Bankbuster and exile our guy. Island. Pass back to us. Balaged Recovery is completely useless with Unlicensed Hearse on the field. I only have 4 mana, so I may as well just play it. And I don't have jack else to do here, so yeah, just pass. I guess if I think about this, the only way that I have to win is by Besajuing or Otawarying this. So I may as well copy Temple of Mystery with my Thespian Stage and then play Grazer, put Lotus Field into play, eat these 2. And then I still have a blue and green land. So let's do that. Let's copy this and play Grazer. Because I can't win anyway unless I specifically find a Beseju or Otawara. So this into play, trigger, eat these 2. Hearse eats that. Bankbuster, Impulse. I mean, it was close to hard casting some things if you drew them. Nah, not really. My opponent's a control deck and is playing and has 6 cards in their hand. So just trying to hard cast Dark Petition into a counterspell doesn't seem very good. All right, back to them. Now, Bankbuster makes a pilot, so they finally actually have a creature to attack with. Impulses again. Damping Sphere is also just another badly designed card. So Anti-Storm is fine, and reducing the mana that a land that produces multiple mana is also fine. What's not fine is shutting off colors. All right, there's Beseju. So if I do it now, I have to tap one of my Lotus Fields, meaning I only have access to 6 more mana. So let's just pass it to them and then do it on their end step. 6 mana, Cycle Shark Typhoon for a 5/5, sure. Crew Bankbuster, I'll block a shark. Block a shark. All right, end of turn, Beseju the Damping Sphere. So 7 cards in hand with all of this, though, is multiple counterspells, so I probably still don't even win with this. Grabs the Steam Vents, shocks it in. All right, so we have 10 mana. If I play Leer first, that means I can't then play Emergent. All right, so let's go blue, because just casting Emergent here is awful. Play Leer. It resolved? Really? Do they just have, like, removal plus counterspell? All right. Dark Petition. Otawara this back to our hand, sure. And then they're just going to counter this? Yep. Play Sanctum, go. eats more stuff. Mirex make a token. So they can crew the hearse, and then I have to block it to not die. How big is this at this point? Crew Bankbuster. All right. I probably have to... would they be running 3 damage burn in their deck? All right, block the shark. We're just going to lose if I don't win next turn anyway, so that's fine. All right, so blue, cycle Vizier, untap this, peer into the abyss. I have 1, 4, 7, 10, 12 mana, so I can go Leer plus Emergent. So blue, I have to tap a certain way, right? Cast Leer, and then that's 2 blue. Oh no, I have to... Okay, so... double green from here. No, I need triple green. So this is the blue mana here. So I have to tap for black, blue. Then I go Leer and leave 2 black floating. Play Leer. Make disappear with casualty. Well, I can't pay for this and also cast Emergent, so I may as well just let this get killed. So then Emergent, and this is just going to get countered as well, so it doesn't even matter. But let's try. Emergent. And there's the counter spell, and we lose. On to round 3. All right, we're on the draw again for round 3. I'm informed we are playing against Nykthos ramp. So this hand is missing another land. So if I don't draw another land, the hand just dies. But it's good enough that if I find a land, it's really good. We have 22 lands in our deck. So it's a gamble if I keep this. I have 2 draw steps to try to find a second land, right? I'm going to keep Forest, Elf. All right, I forgot some of our lands are Lotus Field. All right, well, we drew a second land, or third land actually, but it's of no help. Pelucranos, sure. Can't do anything. I have to go to discard at this point, and then discarding will reveal to my opponent what deck we are. Although I guess that doesn't matter. All right, let's just discard the second Lotus Field, I guess. Wolf Willow Haven, Gilded Goose. Okay. Pelucranos, we go 16. All right, there's a land. Voyaging Satyr, go. There's Nykthos. They have 6 mana, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Storm, Cavalier, and Old Growth Troll. And then they get to storm again next turn. Also, we're dead on the board next turn unless I block. So Lair is a 2/2. Take 6 here and go to 10. All right, so float. I can't just not play Lotus Field at this point. Let's see, next turn I can chump block the Hydra and then I take lethal. Yeah, so I have to win now. So Lotus Field, eat these, untap this. Blue, Hidden Strings, this one and this one. So untap. So I have access to 6, 9 mana. I don't have enough spells to Dark Petition. I can peer into the abyss and have 2 mana left, and then cast and hopefully find Hidden Strings. Okay, so black, untap this, blue, and then peer myself. Colorless, blue. Did I miscount? No, I didn't. All right. Is there any reason to leave green open? Grazer, I guess. All right. Peer into the abyss, draw a bajillion cards. All right. There's Hidden Strings. So Hidden Strings here, and now I have 6 mana. I've already played a land this turn, although I can play Grazer and put Thespian Stage into play, but then I need to untap it. So let's see. I'm probably casting Pour Over the Pages, right? So I go 6 mana, down to 5, play Grazer, put Thespian Stage into play, cast Pour Over the Pages, untap both of the lands. I can also just cycle Vizier a bunch, so let's do that first. So cycle, untap this, do Otawara. All right. Blue, Vizier, untap this, another Vizier. So green, Grazer, trigger, put Thespian Stage into play, untap this, blue, Pour Over the Pages, untap these 2 lands, discard a card, random land that doesn't matter. Hidden Strings. All right, we can win. So copy this, blue, Hidden Strings. Okay, so I can cast Emergent right now, right? No, I'm a mana off of being able to do it. So blue, I can play Baral, and then I have 6 mana available. All right, that just makes things easier. So play Baral. I can also Balaged back. Oh, I shouldn't have been ciphering these. That was stupid of me. All right, so blue, pour, untap the lands, discard a land that doesn't matter. There's Omniscience. How close am I to being able to cast that? 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Hidden Strings. So blue, strings, and then don't cipher it. Blue. I don't know that the other color even matters, but let's just blue. Cast Omniscience. All right, so Emergent, Chandra, Leer, Pour. All right, cast Leer, cast Pour, untap these 2. Discard, again, a land that doesn't matter. Resolve Leer, Dark Petition, go get Chandra, cast Chandra, and then where's my Balageds? I have one Balaged here. Where are my other Balageds? So cast Dig Through Time without paying for it. Copy it with Chandra. Grabbing Balaged and a land, doesn't matter. I guess this is fine. Resolve this one. Impulse, land. Shouldn't I have 3 Balageds? There's 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. So cast Balaged, get back, I don't know, does it matter? Vizier or Dark Petition, sure. Then hit you for 5. Then Balaged, back the Chandra. Then Chandra, then Balaged, the other Balaged, triggers. This one targets the other one, then 5 to you. And now we just have to go through the motions of actually doing the loop. So get Chandra back, play Chandra, play Balaged, get back the Balaged. This one gets this one back, Chandra you, Balaged back Chandra, Chandra. And then if somehow this goes wrong, let's just make sure to get the Balageds back. And then 5 to you. All right. How does it feel, Nykthos? How does it feel to get Degeneracy'd out by mana? Okay, what am I bringing in? Sunfall is very good against them. It eats all their guys via exile, so they don't even get any of the triggers. Temp Lockdown is also fine to eat elves and Wolf Willow Havens, I think. And what else is good? Voyaging Satyr, because we just want to speed up. Thought Distortions may be good. Is Zakama good? 3 to a creature. Nah, it's not. Thought Distortion, if we can do it fast enough. And then the bad stuff is, again, things that are just too slow. So like Impulse, basically. These are, what, they kill Wolf Willows? I don't care that they kill Wolf Willows. The alternative is Thought Distortion. Languish can kill elves. Troll survives, because it just becomes an enchantment. So I don't care about these ones. I can kill Karn sideboard stuff, so I can kill, like, Damping Sphere if they bring it in, but I can just Besage you for that. I guess, yeah, let's cut Thought Distortion, bring Wilton. I think that's probably fine. All right, let's do that. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in one of the other threats in case they Stonebrain Chandra out of our deck. All right, this is good. We have ramp, we've got Lotus Field, we're keeping. I guess I can technically kill them with maybe like Peer into the Abyss. I don't know. I'm gonna cast that, so play this, go. Another land, Kiora, untaps the land, plays Gilded Goose. So there's like, just ramp as much as possible. Another Voyaging Satyr. All right, so Thespian Stage, Voyaging Satyr, go. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in like Zakama again so I can beat the Stonebrain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So play Cavalier. Is Pure Round up or down? Cavalier, trigger. So you get to draw a card, and then they did find Nykthos, unfortunately. Lotus Field, untap, Hidden Strings, untap, untap. But we're still short, right? So I can go Lotus Field, so float Lotus Field, untap. Then I can play Chandra. I almost certainly have to just do it this turn, or else they're gonna go nuts next turn. Is this Invasion? Yeah. So I go Lotus, so I float 2, Lotus Field, untap Lotus Field. I have 5 mana. Then strings both of these. I'm down to 3. I make 6, 9. Chandra. Chandra ticks down and kills Kiora and Llanowar Elves. And then I can Balaged it back. All right, float blue, float colorless, play Lotus Field. Eat this, untap. I can also exile 5 cards. All right, let's go red, then Hidden Strings both of these. And I think I'm supposed to not Cipher. So untap, untap, no Cipher. Blue, Chandra. Oh, Chandra's 6 mana, not 5. All right, so let's see. Top 5 is a gamble, whereas the other one is just blow up Kiora and an elf. And then they have 4 mana with Nykthos. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, just get them off of mana. So -X targeting Kiora and Llanowar Elves. Deal 5. Then untap this. And then just play another Voyaging Satyr. All right, let's do that. It reduces the maximum amount of mana that they can generate while also... All right, Besage you, so now they make 5. It reduces the maximum amount of mana they generate while increasing the maximum that we generate. Plays Karn. Oh no, they can Needle Voyaging Satyr. So I need to immediately draw another land to bounce this. Yeah, we get hit by their Cavalier. They're not attacking. F, what do I do? They get to untap with 5, 6, 7 mana on their turn. Potentially 8 for Leveler. So let's see, I can't channel Otawara. I can play Balaged Recovery as a land so that I can Otawara next turn. But then I have just nothing in my hand. Alternative is I do what? I play Balaged on... But I have nothing to Balaged back anyway. I guess I don't strictly need to Otawara this if I just put 2 lands into play with Grazer and then have Lotus Field next turn. It's so rough. They can also just go get Damping Sphere, and then my Lotus Field is boned as well. So I guess this can get back lands, right? They just go grab Damping Sphere, and then my Lotus Field is also shut off, and then I just can't do anything. I think we just lose. I can't see a way out of this. All right, play this as a land and pass. Nykthos for 5. Nissa. Okay. So Nissa can untap Nykthos, and then they make 7, 8 mana, so they can go grab Leveler. Yeah, no blocks. Old Growth Troll. Wait, really? Old Growth Troll. So they're going to Karn for Damping Sphere. Yep. And now we're just dead. Yep. Well, we lose. Apparently, I do need to bring in natural states. So bring these in. Baral can come out, and Lockdown. No, Lockdown's good for eating their artifact stuff. So what do I cut? Dig Through Time? Yeah, all right, submit that. Double Lotus Field with only 1 land. So once again, if we don't draw another land, we're dead. Yeah, Mull. Still only 1 land. Mull. All right, keep. What am I putting back? This hand's just so incredibly slow and doesn't like have any strong payoffs. One of the Viziers and Balaged. Now, Balaged's actually good to sack to Lotus Field. So am I getting rid of Wilt? That seems bad as well. I guess Balaged. All right, let's run that. So Island, go. Forest, Llanowar Elves. All right, let's play Beseiju and hold up Wilt / Cycle Wilt / Cycle Vizier. I don't know. I might just play Vizier. Lair of the Hydra. Wolfwillow Haven. All right, I'm definitely shooting that. Gilded Goose. Another Gilded Goose. All right, let's just kill the Wolfwillow. Land, and then we just got to play Vizier. So we can maybe get to mana for Pour Over the Pages next turn. And they still have 6 mana. Oh, great. Karn. Fantastic. What are they grabbing? Pithing Needle. And then they can Needle the Vizier. Oh, we drew this Vizier and we can't even cycle it. Fantastic. Right? I'm not allowed to cycle? Yep. All right, pass it back, and then they still have Karn. Invasion. Forest. Karn minus. What are we getting now? Sky Sovereign, kill this thing. Stonebrain. Sure. I'm just going to make Thespian Stage a copy of Lair. I don't know how that helps, but if I draw another land, maybe I can, like, attack Karn. Or I can just double attack Karn this turn to get it off the field, at least. What are they going to name? Presumably Chandra. They're going to name Lotus Field. Okay. That does actually prevent me from producing red mana, right? So Chandra's effectively dead as well. I guess I can technically get all the way up to 7 or to 10 for Omniscience, but that's just not happening. All right. Copy Lair. Sylvan Scrying's so tempting. I just need to get Karn off the board. So animate and go to combat, attack Karn. Back to them. So they can animate and flip this invasion now. And then I scry for something. I don't know. Nykthos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lair becomes a 4/4 exactly. Cavalier. Well, also good. Bunch of stuff. Finds another Nykthos. And then they can Nykthos for a bunch. Oh my god. The last card in their hand is also a payoff. Another Cavalier. Okay, sure. And they found Storm off the second Cavalier. So they get to Storm next turn. Sure. Yep. Drew a dead card. Alright, I guess we still been scrying for a land. What am I even getting? Temple of Mystery. Play Temple. Bin probably anything that's not a land. Yeah, Bin Grazer. Alright, go. Storm. Still with 4 mana floating, apart from all the other mana they have. Another Cavalier and a Karn. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. Round 4. We're on the draw again. This is fine. Keep Storm Carved Coast tapped. Alright, Island, go. Island. Alright, let's try to cast Sylvan Scrying. Spell Pierce. I'm guessing this is Phoenix, but who knows? Back to us. Alright, Sylvan Scrying again. Thespian Stage. Play Lotus Field. Eat these 2. Alright, they've conceded. I'm guessing there's bricked on land, so I'm going to assume this is Phoenix, but it could also just be some kind of control deck. So Thought Distortion, Narset's Reversal is probably good. Niv Mizzet, Dragonlord Dramoka, Voyaging Satyr, no. Baral, no. And then 3 Impulses. Alright, submit. Obviously, this hand lacks a payoff, but it's good, so we'll keep. Alright, Lair, Grazer, put Temple into play. Scry, keep that on top. And go. Steam Vents. Is it better to play Lotus now or Thespian Stage? I think it's probably better to play Thespian Stage. And it can't be correct to do nothing. So let's just Sylvan. Alright, negate. That's fine. I think also eating a counterspell eats up a counterspell for our next spells. Plays a 3rd land. There's Dramoka. Alright, so float, play Lotus Field, eat this and this, and then copy. And then pass to them. Impulse. 4th mana. Alright, we're just going to play Dramoka now. So, green, white, play Dramoka. Opponent responds with big score. All right, so it's got to be Gear Hulk creativity then. Do I play this Besage or not? If they play Damping Sphere, I guess I have to draw Greenland anyway. Let's just play it. All right, go to the opponent. They discarded Spell Pierce. Makes sense. Usually score is the worm version, is it? They're on creativity of some kind. So if they just have a 5th land and then they go creativity the 2 treasures and they just hit Xenagos Worm, then we're dead. Right? No, are we dead? We're blocking 7, effectively 12 because of the lifelink. So we would take 18 and go to 2. I could actually also block with the Grazer, I suppose. All right, well, they're doing it now. Creativity, one of them gets World Spine Worm. All right, pretty sure we win here. So can I cast Omniscience? I go blue, green, untap both of them. I have 4/10. Yeah, okay. Untap both of these. Then cast Omniscience. Play Emergent. All right, what am I grabbing here? I want to be able to get potentially more mana. So it's Dark Petition, Pour, and Chandra or Pier. I could do Pier, right? Yeah, so done. All right, so let's go cast this and then cast the Pier on top, targeting us. So Pier resolves, we go to 10, draw 10 bajillion cards. Pour resolves, untap these 2, discard a land that's irrelevant. Cast Leer, Dramoka's legendary. All right, cast another Emergent. Chandra, Dark Petition, Dig Through Time. All right, cast, I guess it doesn't matter what order I cast these in. Dig Through Time, picking Thought Distortion, Pour, I guess, or Balaged. Yeah. Then Chandra resolves, and I have... All right, yeah, we win. All right, on to the 5th and final round. We're on the draw yet again. Lotus Field, 2 lands, Grazer. I don't actually have green mana, though, but I think it's still keepable. All right, keep. Temple Garden tapped. That's a bad draw. Okay. Well, Thespian Stage, go. That's so that if I draw a different blue land, I can play that instead of Otawara. Werewolf Pack Leader. Okay, it's green, white, CoCo. Well, that's tapped, so... Is that better than using Impulse now? I guess with the Grazer it is. Maybe. All right, Temple of Mystery. Botanical Sanctum on top. So yeah. So leave that on top and then go. So my next turn is going to be Sanctum, play Grazer, put Lotus Field into play, eat the 2 colored lands, and float 2 mana to play. So they're going to make Thespian Stage cost more, I guess. Yep, Thespian Stage, sure. Take 3 from this wolf. So Sanctum, float, blue, and colorless. Play Grazer. Trigger, put Lotus Field into play, eat these, and cast Impulse. All right, so it's probably just Pour over the pages. What does Hidden Strings do for me? I go Otawara, 5 mana, go to 3, untap Lotus Field in this, go to 7. Omniscience is in my hand. Do I have the colors to cast Emergent? I go Otawara, colorless blue, blue. No, colorless blue and green. And then I'm short. Yeah, I'm short because of the way I have to do it. So let's just grab Pour. All right, pass back to them. Both their creatures are 3 power, so I don't get free blocks on them. And they get to draw cards off the pack leader, so no blocks. Collected Company finds Brutal Cathar and another Peacekeeper. Well, I'm just getting stacked out. If they were going to cast CoCo main phase, why didn't they... Or if they were going to cast CoCo in their turn, why didn't they just do it immediately in case I blocked with Grazer? Then the Brutal Cathar wouldn't have done anything. Pour over the pages. Excellent. Fantastic. So I just can't do anything. And this is lethal? Yeah, this is lethal. All right. Otawara. I go 4 Hidden Strings, untaps these. Then I have 2 left, and this is 5, 6, 7, which is enough for Emergent. So I have to play Otawara, but I still am color short, right? Because I go Otawara, Lotus Field, taps for green, blue and the colorless untap, and then I'm short. Yeah, because Thespian Stage isn't a colored land, so I'm still short. I could play Chandra, right? And I could kill multiple things. So red. So we go play Otawara, red, blue, colorless. Or no, I do red and blue, and then I Hidden Strings both of these. Then untap, untap, no cipher. I am short, so I do have to actually use my Thespian Stage for mana. So this one, play Chandra, and then minus targeting both of these, and then it just dies to the attack, but that's fine. So here, 3 damage, and go. Another CoCo. All right. Skyclave Apparition, which does nothing. Oh, that's it? Oh, no, and Anointed. So we're in exactly the same position. So they're just going to Anointed on Pour over the pages, presumably. Yeah, Pour over the pages. Then this kills this. This takes us to 8, and then they still have lethal on board, and we can't do anything. Balaged Recovery can get back Hidden Strings, and then what? Balaged Hidden Strings, 4 mana, I still can't do anything. Balaged for Impulse, then I'm out of mana. Balaged for Chandra, can't play it. Alright, we're dead. Alright, CoCo deck. Sunfall, Languish, Ritual of Soot. Voyaging Satyrs get eaten by Cathars and Skyclaves, as does Baral. Do I want Zakama? I want it more than Leer, I think. Maybe not, though. Maybe more than an Impulse. Yeah, let's do that. Submit. Only 1 land with Lotus Field is a Molt. Only 1 land again. Molt will get a 5. Alright, keep this. Putting back what? Let's go Leer back, and what else? Grazer is pretty worthless with this hand. Let's just chuck that. Alright, play this tapped, go. Razor Ridge Thicket, Elf. Alright, yeah, Botanical Sanctum, Sylvan Scrying for Lotus Field, go. Second land, opponent plays Thalia. Sure. So what's the move here? I go float mana, Lotus Field, sack, cycle Vizier, or do I just, yeah, cycle Vizier, and then I don't have anything to do, but that's fine. So blue, blue, Lotus Field, sack these. I don't think I need to play it. Creatures and non-basics enter tapped. Yeah, I'm not going to play it into their multiple Brutal Cathars and whatnot, so untap here, draw a card. All right, well, we have nothing else to do, so pass. This is going to slow us down a lot, and they're holding CoCo mana up, unfortunately. If they have CoCo, they should do it now, so that Anointed can, I guess they're going to do it in our draw step? No, not even that. All right. Everything comes in tapped anyway, so Botanical pass. So CoCo, what do they hit? Problem is I'm like still multiple turns away from being able to do anything. Yeah, this is death in 2 turns, because the Thalia is just screwing over my mana production. Anointed Peacekeeper, so that turns off Pour, and then I'm just basically dead. Why are they holding up the Llanowar Elves instead of attacking with it? Do they have Besage You, and they're going to Besage You a Thespian stage? It doesn't even matter. Oh, I guess they can Scooze. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. No? Just play another elf. If they're going to Scooze this, why didn't they Scooze it before damage? Alright, well, we're dead. We can't do anything. Oh my god. Well, that was Lotus Field. Obviously, much poorer results than what the deck normally gets, as, you know, Lotus Field is one of the top decks. But as you can see, the Lotus Field deck doesn't just always have it, and they do get mana screwed and have to mull a lot to find the Lotus Field. Sometimes they just do not have the curve. You get absolutely bodied by stacks matchups if they can just slow down your ability to produce mana. So yeah, that was that.